across Florida and is now the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Citrus County. Travis credits his athletic career to providing him many opportunities and the lessons learned in his personal and professional career. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Anderson.
Thank you. Appreciate the invitation to come speak. Tom neglected to tell me how many people were actually going to be here tonight, and this is such a great crowd. But I first want to say thank you to the Chronicle for having me. Thank you for having me, but also congratulate all the nominees tonight, all the winners tonight. This is really great, and give yourselves a pat on the back for all your hard work in being here tonight. To kind of go through a little bit of my story. I was born and raised in Liberty County. Does anybody know where Liberty County is? Okay. If you've probably been through Liberty County, we have one stoplight, so it's not very big. We were 1A in football, 2A in baseball, and I think basketball. So we were, I think we had 400 kids in the only high school in the county. So we were small. But like I said, played football, baseball, basketball. I was not much of a track star, but that is the only other boy sport they had, so I did not participate. But I was quarterback in high school. If you can't tell, we ran the option a lot. But football was fun, but baseball was just better. And basketball was my favorite sport of anything. I could probably go out there and play basketball tonight and have just as good of a time as I did when I was 16. But had the opportunity to go to junior college, wasn't heavily recruited coming out of high school, playing at such a small school, but had the opportunity to go and sit in Mike Martin Sr. We always called him 11 because that's what the jersey number was on his back. Most folks that know him, that's what we called him, is 11. I sat in his office. He said, "I haven't seen you play a pitch, but all I can do is I can promise you a opportunity." And I told him that's all I need. I signed sitting behind his desk that day, and the rest is history. But I had a great time at Florida State. My freshman year, like I said, I went to junior college for 2 years, signed on, which was probably one of the best decisions I made. Don't let anybody tell you that going to junior college is a downgrade. Junior college was the best thing that could happen to me. And I tell you, I got to play with a bunch of guys in junior college that went on to play big leagues, have big league careers. Just a few examples, and I'll talk about some FSU guys. My junior year at Florida State was Buster Posey's freshman year at Florida State. Had the opportunity to be locker neighbors, I guess you could call us. Got to know him very well. Shane Robinson out of St. Thomas Aquinas. Tony Thomas at, I think, Dr. Phillips, I think is where he went to school at. He was Shane and Tony were All-Americans. Certainly Buster was an All-American. He'll be a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, first ballot in the next couple of years. Matt Gamble was the replacement for Prince Fielder when he left Milwaukee. One of my very good friends. Tyler Flowers called for Braves for forever. Jeff Mathis, Anaheim Angel for forever. Brandon Guy, who played for the Tampa Bay Rays, played with him in summer ball. And then a non-athlete that I got to play with that a lot of people don't know was an athlete was Brian Kelly. Does anybody ever know Florida Georgia Line? We have a lot of Florida Georgia Line fans in here. Okay, awesome. He's the taller of the two, but he was a pitcher at Florida State. A lot of people don't know that, but I had an awesome time in college. It helped pay for my college, and I'm forever grateful for my academic experience there, my athletic experience there. But a few things that, and I was in preparing for tonight, I thought of 4 or 5 things that I feel like I could tell the high school senior or junior sophomore that may help you one day. Put yourself in a position like I was, sitting behind a desk ready to sign a letter of intent. And the first thing I came up with is winners hang with winners and losers hang with losers. It doesn't matter. And here's the thing, sports, it don't matter what sports you are. Sports are a microcosm of life. It doesn't matter whether it's your personal life, whether you're married, Whether you're working, it doesn't matter whether you're a father, mother, whoever. Sports is a microcosm of life. So the tools you learn playing sports will carry on, which is why I'm such an avid supporter of getting involved in sports at a young age, and certainly going on to however long you want to go, finding your rhythm in this world. But winners hang around winners, losers hang around losers. We all know somebody that is a bad seed. Hopefully we don't have any of those, certainly not in this room, but certainly on any team or in a school. The losers are going to bring the losers down, but the winners are going to help those elevate themselves to be better, whether it's academics, whether it's athletics, whether it's just as a person. The winners elevate the winners. Next thing, control what you can control. You're not going to be able to control everything in life. Some things are going to be out of your hands. But what you can control are your attitude, your work ethic, certainly your academics. I tell folks all the time, I was a bargain for a Division I school. I was a Florida Bright Futures scholarship recipient. I got, I think it was 75% of my college paid for all 4 years of college. In baseball, a lot of people don't know this, you can get partial scholarships, so it's not 100% all the way. So someone could get me, and they did get me, for a 25% scholarship, and yet I was 100% paid for all 3 years ago. So I was a bargain for any school that wanted to come after me. So never underestimate the value of getting good grades. But those are the things you control. You can't always control injuries. You can't always control bad calls, but what you can control is running down the baseline hard, making the tackle, making the basket, hustle. Those are the things that you can control. The third thing, and this is a life lesson: learn how to succeed and learn how to fail. You're going to have a lot of successes. Hopefully, you have way more successes in life than failures. But the failures are what teaches you the most. And I saw Alex Rodriguez last week at a Boys and Girls Club of America national conference, and he said, "I'm a world-class failure." And I said, "What? This guy's got 690, I think it's 698 home runs." He's got his off-the-field stuff that we won't talk about. But he said, "I'm a world-class failure." You know, he said, I've got 698 home runs, but I'm also 5th all-time in strikeouts. 5th all-time. In the history of the world, he's 5th in strikeouts and failing. So put it in perspective a little bit. Learn how to succeed, learn how to fail. Compartmentalize the good stuff, compartmentalize the bad stuff, move on to the next. Positive self-talk and affirmations. If you're always down about yourself, if you're always down about something going on in life, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Self-talk. Every single morning when I drop my boys off, be a leader, not a follower. Good words, good actions, good attitudes. Affirmations are very, very important. You don't understand it at times, but affirmations are important. Always be talking to yourself and telling yourself you can do this. I can do this. I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. I'm smart enough. I'm good looking enough. Even though you're not perfect, you're good enough. So, and then the last thing, and I think probably one of the more important things, is rise above excuses. Every single person in here has got a excuse for something, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. We've all got an excuse whether we should do something, whether we shouldn't do something, reason why we couldn't succeed or couldn't make this happen. We've all got excuses. The winners that I mentioned before are the ones that say, all right, I've got an excuse, but I'm going to go and succeed anyway. You know, I talked to a football team one time. You know, we can all get excuses and say, you know what, he didn't make that tackle, so I'm going to take the next play off. Well, the winners say, you know what, I'm going to step up and I'm going to do the right things, whether that's football, whether that's life. You know, I've got friends that are going to do bad things, but you know what, I'm going to do the right thing. So rise above excuses. Don't let excuses control your life and what you do, and certainly your thought process. So, with that being said, I those are 5 things that I always have learned through the years, and hopefully it helps you out a little bit. gives you a different perspective. And thank you so much for having me, and congratulations.